Let's talk about the benefits of walking 6 miles a day. I've been walking 6 miles a day, 6 days a week for over 6 years now, and even though I hit my goal weight several years ago, I have no plans to stop this habit. In the beginning, I picked 6 miles a day because I really thought that would help me to lose weight. And I did lose 80 pounds over the course of time by walking 6 miles a day and doing intermittent fasting. But ultimately, I think it's beneficial to walk 6 miles a day, whether you need to lose weight or not. Even when you're at a healthy weight, I think it's a great habit to continue to have. The first big benefit of walking 6 miles a day is that it's really relaxing. If you're stressed out, going for a walk, it gets that nervous energy out for me. And basically whenever I've felt really stressed and then I go out and walk 6 miles, I come back in feeling a lot more relaxed. And in the same way, if I'm just in a bad mood, if I just kind of wake up and I'm feeling really grumpy, usually by the end of my 6 miles, I'm in a good mood. It's almost impossible, though not completely impossible, to be in a bad mood after you've walked 6 miles. Another big benefit is that it gives you time to think. I find I think much more clearly when I'm walking as opposed to if I just sit down and think. I think there's something to do with just keeping in motion and how that helps you to maybe stay on the same train of thought. But I've found it really does help me think things through. Another big benefit I found was that it gave me some me time. When I first started doing this habit, I had a toddler, I had young kids, and so I needed something that would work with that. And I couldn't just leave my kids at home and go for a 6 mile walk. Most of the time I was getting my steps in inside the house and just walking laps inside the house and keeping an eye on my kids. But at the same time, it was a way to just give myself a little bit of me time. This was something I was doing for myself. I also found that this chunk of time that I was spending walking, I could, in addition to that, use the time for other things too. Other things that I might have thought, I don't really have time to do that. Things like listening to really long podcasts, or even, sometimes just reading a book. I like to walk and read at the same time. I walk slower, but I feel like I can do both at the same time, and I enjoy that. And it's been a way for me to just give myself permission to do some of these things that otherwise I probably would feel like, I don't have time for that. But because I'm walking at the same time, I feel fine doing it. Another big benefit is that it has kept my body feeling great. I've done other types of exercise, things like jogging and, heavy weightlifting, and I've been injured or, had a lot of hip and knee pain with things like jogging. And with walking though, I don't have any of those symptoms. I just feel good. Like my body feels good. I feel flexible and in shape. And that's another big benefit I think of walking, is that there's such a low barrier to entry. You can be really overweight and still be able to do this. I mean, basically if you just stand up and take a step, you've started your workout. Whereas a lot of other types of exercise, mentally it's really hard to get the equipment together or, to have the energy to do it. But walking, you can do it really slowly and you have fewer excuses to not do this type of exercise every day. Now, does walking 6 miles a day guarantee that you're going to lose weight? No, I don't think so. The ultimate thing is you can't outrun your fork, or you can't even outwalk your fork. If you consume too much food, you will gain weight. The thing that I found with weight loss and walking was that my step goal really gave me something to do during the fasting window. As I was practicing intermittent fasting, I kind of needed something to fill up that time where I wasn't eating, and my step goal gave me that thing to do. So if you'd like to get started with a walking habit, I would encourage you to just pick a goal that you feel good about, that you feel, like you could do, that it's not too big of a time commitment. My 6 miles takes me about 2 hours, sometimes a little bit more, maybe sometimes a little bit less, but generally I walk at about a 3 mile per hour pace. And so think about that when you're thinking about what you want your goal to be. And have some way to measure your steps. I use a Zaruru, which is just a fitness tracker I got on Amazon, and I'll link to that in the description. But I've also used Fitbits in the past. You can even use your smartphone as a pedometer. The thing about that is you have to remember to always have it with you in order to count all your steps. But then once you have your goal and your tracker, you can do it anywhere. You can get all of your steps inside, which is a thing I do quite often, or you can go outside and go for a walk. You can do them all at once, or you can just do them a little bit at each time throughout the day. You can do this barefoot or in shoes or in your stocking feet. Ultimately, there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's all what works in your life. And a great thing about having a step goal that you're working towards as you're losing weight is that it gives you a controllable thing that you can do every day. You may not be able to control exactly what the scale is doing on a day-to-day basis, but you can certainly control how many steps you get in throughout the day, which can really help you mentally on the weight loss journey. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.